professional drivers will be here today. If you caught our Friday night show, I tried it at Karts while I was in England, and our Clay Ferraro. Clay, apparently you gave it a shot yourself to see if you got what it takes in the karts at Homestead.
Yeah, and if you're watching this at home and you have kids, or maybe you are a kid and you see these drivers out there and you're thinking, how do I get there? Well, you can get there from here in South Florida, and it starts with the karts. But what makes this track such a good training ground for these tracks? We took a trip to Homestead and met up with Ryan Lloyd of T1D Racing to find out.
So in a kart, you're 2 inches off the ground with nothing on you. So, you know, this kart right here could go up to 70 miles an hour if you're driving it correctly.
It sounded great, but I just had to experience it for myself.
You're gonna slide it.
Step 1, altering the kart, since I'm just a little bit taller than the kids who normally drive these. While the kart was getting redone, I went to the experts, the T1D drivers, to learn how it all works. What is the first thing that I need to know when I step in this?
Okay, this is the button to start the engine. You don't want to touch the engine, or especially this. This gets really hot.
We're both champions. I crushed my kids on the Tomorrowland Speedway at Disney.
Oh.
What are some of the most valuable pieces of information that this can give me from this angle?
So it'll show you your hands and how much you're turning or how little you're turning. This tells me what my times are when going around the track.
I should be braking with my heel, right?
If you like just mash it, you're gonna lock the brakes and it's
Okay.
gonna make you spin around.
Gotcha.
So a lot of the time you'll do like 70%.
Don't mash
So
the
you'll
brakes. So our friends here at T1D told me that you have to be official in order to go out here and do this. I didn't know that they meant official. Official. Look at that. And then off to the track, even if my walk-up needed a little bit of work. Up into the car, awkwardly but surely, and a little bit of gas. Maybe not that much gas. And we're off. My ride is called a lead follow. Champion T1D racer Colin Lloyd leading the way while I try my best to follow his path and follow his instructions. A couple laps in, spin out number 1. To be honest though, that spin out made me feel a bit more comfortable pushing the envelope a little bit. A few laps later, the checkered flag. That was something. Holy cow. Before my second run, I called in another expert. Talon, what can I do better?
One thing that I noticed is try and go on the straightaway more to this side.
With Talon's advice and a little more confidence, it was time for run number 2. It wasn't all smooth sailing, but that second run definitely felt more comfortable, even if my coach did humble me a little bit. I love how Taylor just zoomed in front of me like... Next up, studying the data to find out what went right and what went wrong. What can you tell me about what we just did?
That you definitely need some work.
I fully expected to sit down and have you look at me and say, well, we got up to 15 miles an hour. Finally, some film study with Colin.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah!
Remember your top speed was, I think, 57?
Yep.
And then mine was around 60, 61.
Oh, don't rub it in. It was a great experience, and I learned a lot. And even though my times may not have shown it, I walked away feeling like the real champion. It was a blast, and special shout out to the AMR Motorplex and T1D Racers. We're going to put all of their info up on our website in case you'd like to support the T1D team, or if you'd actually like to head out to the track and test these out for yourself.